I published a video called "The Snake is Swallowing the Earth," and this is update number 1. So it described this story where 4 nations are left in the race. There's a grace timeline and there's an earthly energy timeline, and humanity is racing towards the timeline found in the book of Daniel and Revelation, where the Palestinians and the Israeli are going to split Jerusalem and create this two-state solution according to the Bible, the final 7 years of humanity. So there is an element on the earth called grace, and that deviates from the messianic contract that Jesus made with the world. There are 3 contracts on the earth right now, summarizing it really fast again for you. The contract God made with Abraham, that is the Jewish contract, and the Arabian contract, first and second son of Abraham. Out of the Jewish contract came the world's contract through Jesus Christ, called grace. Therefore there are 4 elements of time: earthly time, Arabian time, Jewish time, and grace time. So here in the West, this is called grace time, and I made you aware that the snake is swallowing all timelines called the end time. We're going into what the Bible calls the end time. And I'm going to show you where we are today. How far is the snake in swallowing the earth? I'm going to tell you today that the snake has bitten the United States, and I'm going to reason that with you. So what is heavenly energy? A country consists of families, and these are grace families, classified as Christian families. After a couple of generations, seeps in hypocrisy, and then all of a sudden they don't want to do the tradition anymore. They want to have a new tradition. They turn to false gods, or they say there is no God. The blood corrupts, so to say. And all of a sudden, the energy runs out, and you're given over, and you no longer associate with your origins, with your culture, with where you come from, what you are, so to say. So when the timeline runs out, everything that was heavenly leaves you, and you become earthly, like a floor dweller is what you would call that. So there is a certain generational blessing upon these grace nations, and once that runs out, then this heavenly element will leave the political system. And all of a sudden, the earth energy will enter, whereby the White House started to discipline the Jews and start to halt the donations of the weapons into the Jewish agenda, which they didn't do before. Whereby this earth energy, this reasoning of criminalizing the Jewish state for doing what they're doing, which is the earth energy, seeped into the preachings of the White House. And that is the first snake bite in the American destiny. That is the first sign the lights are going off. First bite of the snake, second bite of the snake, third bite of the snake. Boom, America is dead. That's what happened. Many nations in the grace timeline have fallen. America is the next one to glide off, and there are only 3 nations left. Or at least, I haven't paid much attention to these 3 nations. I just know from the 4 stated in the video, the snake is swallowing the earth, 1 left. What does this mean? America is still pro-Israel, but America is no longer 100% pro-Israel, the heavenly energy. They're seeped in earthly energy, and it will seep in more, and it will seep in more until, like any other nation that already has fallen under this earth energy agenda, they will become like that, and they will fall. They will all of a sudden become anti-Israel, and it will start pressuring Israel in the two-state solution, going against the best interest of the Jewish destiny. That's where this ends up. So that's the beginning of the end. We're not yet there where America is already doing that, but the snake energy will enter, and they will do it more and more. So the next one is going to be Britain, and the next one is going to be Germany, and the next one is going to be France. So the goal of this game is to not break your destiny as a nation. America got cursed, the snake energy entered in government, and all of a sudden the agenda changed. the other nations, Britain, France, and Germany, are going to get those type of energies in their government. And when they start giving into it and start to do what America does, the Bible says, whosoever blesses Israel will be blessed by God, and whoever curses Israel will be cursed by God. The timeline will stop. The snake will enter, and all of a sudden, the beginning of the end is initiated. The snake energy enters more and more, and all of a sudden, all the heavenly energy is left, and all that's left is earthly energy, and you start doing that, which the Bible says that humanity will do, and you start brokering a two-state solution. The heavenly energy is a generational blessing that avoids you from committing that sin that will force God to curse your destiny, like how is going to happen to the United States right now, written off from the list of 4 survivors, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are Britain, if you are a French, and when you are German, do not curse Israel, do not try to put them to shame or give the Palestinians the upper hand or scare them or allow them. Do not participate in this Jew criminalization. Do not participate in this heavy Jew criticism. Don't join the 666 energies forcing the Jews into cutting their land. Don't participate in that, because if you participate in that, this is what's going to happen. Now America is cursed. Energy ran out, heavenly energy is gone. So the political class has been moved aside by heaven, and there is an opposition in the United States. That one will rise, and that one will take over the American destiny. Then America was dead and will be revived when the opposition comes. That's what happened in the Netherlands. Netherlands was dead, doesn't exist anymore. The Dutch destiny doesn't exist anymore. All of a sudden opposition take power. The dead revived. That's not the original Dutch destiny. That's gone. The American destiny, that's gone. The 3 destinies on the earth that are still spinning. If you curse Israel, you will curse your destiny. Opposition will come and overtake it. When the French, the Germans, the British do what the Americans do, God will curse your nations. And all of a sudden, if there's an opposition, sooner or later that opposition will take over and restart that destiny. But that's a restart of the grace timeline. That's a cancel and a rebuild. So the goal is to not go down like America, to continue the destiny of the nation in one piece, not by cancelled by God and retaken by opposition. The opposition does not have the right to rule the land, because they are not the bloodlines who got the grace in the first place, the grandsons of those who built the land. But they will take advantage of the mistakes of those that curse Israel. Restart of nation. If America wants that, America wants to challenge God and see the opposition win. That's their destiny. Is that the destiny of Germany? Is that the destiny of France? Is that the destiny of Britain? We will see.